Are you someone who is interested to move to the UK for work or study? Perhaps you have seen the news reports about high inflation and cost of living crisis in the UK, and you would want to know what is a decent salary that you need to sustain yourself comfortably while living in the UK. In this video, I am about to reveal the truth about cost of living in the UK and how much you really need to earn to live a comfortable life here. So whether you are a single professional or have a family, stick around because this video is going to be an eye opener for you. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Last year I did a video about my own monthly expenses while living in the UK. But did you know that the cost of living can vary greatly depending on where you choose to live? So in this video, I will also try to compare the cost of living in London versus north of England. I know this is a common question on everyone's mind who is coming to work in the UK. Should you be living in London or is fine to live away from London? A simple answer to this question is if you are getting a great job opportunity and growth prospects, then staying in London makes sense. Also, if you have family members or friends settled in London and you would like to stay close to them, in that case, staying in London is a good option. However, if you are a doctor working in the NHS, then you won't get any special opportunities in London in terms of career prospects or growth opportunities, which is not available in other parts of the UK. So my personal opinion, if you want to put money in other people's bank account, then feel free to live in London. But if you're interested in keeping your money in your own bank account, then please stay away from London. For the ease of discussion in this video, I have divided the video in two sections. The first part will be for someone who is living alone in London or even outside London, and the second part will be for someone who is living with a family. Living alone in the UK can be an expensive affair, especially if you are living in and around the major cities like London. London is one of the costliest city to live in the world, and if you are not earning a really high salary, then the budget will be very tight for you. For someone who is living alone in London, you can expect to pay around 1200 to 1500 pounds per month for the rent, which is significantly higher than around 600 to 900 pound per month you would pay for rent in north of the England. As a single person, you may choose to live in a shared accommodation where the bills are included in your rent and there is usually no need to pay a separate council tax, which saves a lot of money. But if you privately rent a studio apartment or a one bedroom flat, then you have to pay for your own utilities separately along with council tax. The average cost of utilities while living in London could be around 300 to 450 per month compared to 200 to 300 pounds per month you would pay in the north of England. You will have to add council tax, which could be around 200 to 300 pounds per month if you privately rent the apartment. Food and grocery bills are similar in both areas all around the UK, with an average cost of around 2 to 300 pounds per month for a single person. The cost of transport is again high in London, but there is a very good public transport system and the average cost will be something around 150 to 200 pound per month. Compare this to around 50 to 100 pound per month you would pay in the north of the England. Total expenses comes to approximately 2000 to 2800 pounds per month for a single person in London. You will need an income of around 45 to 50,000 pounds per year to have a decent life in London. Whereas The same income will give you quite a good life outside London, particularly in the northwest of England. Finally, taxes in the UK can also impact your take home salary. You will be required to pay for your income tax, national insurance contributions, and pensions if you opt for it. If you are moving to the UK with your family, the cost of living can vary even more between London and the north of England. For a family of three in London, you can expect to pay around 2,000 to 3,000 pounds per month for a three-bedroom apartment. Compare this to 1,000 to 1,500 pounds per month you would pay in the north of England for a similar sized property. Utilities, food and grocery cost, transportation cost are also generally higher in London with an average cost of around 400 to 600 pounds for the utilities, 6 to 800 pounds per month for your groceries, and transport cost will be at least 200 to 300 pounds per month respectively. Childcare can also be an expensive affair in the UK, with the average cost of full-time childcare for a child under 2 years being around £1,000 per month and maybe a little bit more. Additionally, if your children are of school going age, then you will need to consider the cost of education. While state schools in the UK are free, many families choose to send their children to private school, which can cost thousands of pounds per year. Childcare cost and education fees can also be more expensive in London than the rest of the country, with an average cost of around £1,000 per month for childcare and 2 to 5,000 pounds per month for private school education. So the total monthly cost for a family of three with childcare expenses included can come to anything between 5,000 to 9,000 pounds per month. You should ideally have a family income of 100k per year to be able to afford all of these expenses. Of course, if one of the parents is staying at home, then they can save the childcare expenses, which is a lot of money. Please note, these are just estimates and the actual cost of living in the UK will depend on several factors such as the location, lifestyle choices, family size. These estimates are meant to provide a general idea about the monthly cost in the UK. In conclusion, the salary that you will need to live comfortably in the UK will depend on your lifestyle and your family situation. Also, we need to consider the professional expenses as a doctor, visa cost, and travel expenses to and from the home country. If you are living alone, a junior doctor's salary can be sufficient, but as a family, you will need to consider the additional expenses. If you want to check out the real life expenses that I spent as a family, please check out this video about my monthly expenses. I hope you found this video helpful. Please hit the like button to let me know and subscribe to this channel for more similar videos.